Well, it happened in 2017. I'm late to the party. In 2017, I was recovering from an accident, so I had a lot of time on my hands. See, most of us don't have a lot of time on our hands because we're so busy every day, going to work and paying the rent, and they do that on purpose so that they keep us busy so that we can't dig into these events very deeply. We just take the short little clips they show us on the news and we just believe it to be true, and we don't. But in nearby where I live in Las Vegas, they had a shooting in 2017 at a concert, and my daughter at
Yeah.
the time, you remember that?
Yeah. I actually spent some time looking into it, and I was shocked about what I found out about it, and some of the crisis acting and some of the people shown by the mainstream media, the American mainstream media, which of course is I can watch on YouTube even some clips. It was easy for me to find some of the clips like on CNN on or some stuff like they interview some people, some so supposed victims, and how they are talking nonsense and smiling and telling stories that don't make sense. It was one of the many things I saw that was like unbelievable how bad it is really.
Yes, and see, I had no idea, but during that time, my daughter was going to a lot of concerts, and she asked me, "Dad, is it safe for me to go to concerts anymore?" And I told her, I said, "I'm going to find out." And so, since I had enough time on my hands, I didn't know how to navigate the internet. So I just knew only a little bit. So I started on Facebook and I joined a couple Las Vegas groups on Facebook. And of course, they sent me down the usual rabbit holes. They were talking about MK Ultra, and Stephen Paddock was on mind control, and um, they were talking about the black helicopters, and they're all this stuff that were the designed rabbit holes they want you to chase down. But eventually, somebody turned me on to a guy named Jim Fetzer, and they said, "This guy Jim Fetzer says that nobody died at Las Vegas," and I said that's crazy. I mean, there's no way. But he gave me the link, and I went to and I listened to Jim Fetzer, and then I realized that he wasn't alone. There were several other uh, video makers that were making good videos showing that Las Vegas was a complete hoax, and there wasn't even a single bullet fired in Las Vegas. And like you said, people were smiling and laughing, and they were leaving the concert and they were laughing, and so I found that quite shocking, and I immediately recognized it as Soviet style propaganda because that means the local police department and the local fire department was involved in the hoax, and that of course all the politicians were involved in the hoax. The local hospitals were involved in because the hospitals coordinated their training with the local police, and so that level of control only happens in a Soviet state, and that's why I start every one of my shows by saying Fakenukes Phil coming to you from deep inside the Soviet states of America, because the Soviets won the war, and we have been under the whole world has America brought communism to the whole world. America helped communism win in both theaters, and both in the war we helped the Chinese communists defeat Japan, and we helped the Bolsheviks defeat the Germans. And so
Hmm.
America was the reason why communism took world control. And so ever since 1945, we've been under just complete, total propaganda of a Soviet nature. And that's why we immediately started the nuking of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because it wasn't nukes. What we did is we just firebombed a couple more cities, and we told the world that we dropped an atom bomb on them.